So in this video, we're gonna talk about polishing paint in direct sunlight. This is definitely a heavy question I get from mobile detailers that are saying, hey, how do I correct paint in direct sunlight? How do I polish paint when the panels are super hot? So here, I'll take you through the process. I'll show you what I do, what I look out for, and just general tips and tricks to polish in direct sunlight because the panels here got really hot. Now, if you're interested in the tools and products that I'm using, I'll link them down below. It's the Malco medium and heavy compound and polish, and the Oberk pads polish and microfiber cutting disc. So let me hit this 275 for 3 real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So all you gotta do is pick up the bar. That's literally it. 3, 2, 1, execute. 1, 2, 3. Time for the video. Okay, and just to let you guys know, it is 75 degrees outside. Overall, not bad. That's some pretty good weather for a run, for a swim, just to be out with some friends and such. When you have your car outside at 75 degrees, it's not so good. So if we check the paint here, this is just a Attic City Laser Grip 774 infrared thermometer. Don't worry about that. It just reads the temperature of the surfaces. So here we have it on Fahrenheit. I'm gonna press this button, and it says we're at 181 on the surface here on the hood. Now on the sides, it's not gonna be as hot because, well, it's not gonna be in direct sunlight. So here we're at 104, 109, 124, 120. On here is gonna be even less. So we're at 104, we're at 101. So these sides are still hot, but nowhere near the level of this hood here. Like if I leave my hand too long, I'm literally gonna turn into fire because it's that hot. Like I could not handle the pain because it's really hot. So here on this specific spot, it's 160 on this. Here it's at 114. So safe to say it's a pretty it's a pretty hot panel. So I'm gonna polish it just a little bit in the sun just to kind of give you some tips, but I'm gonna move it into the garage because I don't wanna deal with the heat like that. Okay, here I'm gonna be using Malco's medium compound, medium polish, medium duty compound. So this is my first go, so I'm not sure if this is gonna be good enough if I need to go more aggressively. I'm using the Oberk polishing pad just because I don't have enough pads from Malco to really do it. So to make my life easier, I'm gonna use Oberk's polishing pad with Malco's medium compound, and we'll see how this finishes out. This is my first pass, so what you're seeing is what I'm doing for the first time. I haven't tested anything else. I don't know how hot this is gonna turn out, but I'm gonna work in a small section because it's so damn hot. So just spread it around and work it in. And let's see. This is also a Malco towel. This is from Malco. Nice and gentle. It's not coming off rough. Came off nice and smooth. I didn't have to. It didn't bite at all. It's not gripping onto the towel, so that's always a plus. Let's go ahead and check the temperature real quick on the exact same spot that we just polished, and it's reading at 146 now. What would I say? Was that like 160 beforehand? So it's reading at 140, 145, 146. That part's 170, 160, 155. And I mean, there's a big noticeable difference. I'll bring you guys in a little bit, but I'm gonna keep on working just because it turned out pretty good. So just to give a bigger 50-50. Now I will say the medium compound worked flawlessly with that Oberk polish. Did not overheat, it did not get sticky, it came off easy, and you saw the paint was at 160-ish, I believe. So it worked great. I'm gonna actually keep on polishing the hood in the sun just to see if it has any, if anything changes throughout this next process that I do, but I'm gonna assume it's gonna stay the same. So now I'm gonna clean the pad off and I'm going to polish the rest of the vehicle in the heat for you guys. I wanna bring it into the shade here, but you know what? I know a lot of you guys will appreciate me doing it in the heat because that's where a lot of you guys end up anyway. So let's just keep on going a little bit more in the sun on the hood. Well, paint me green and call me a pickle. This came out pretty darn good. You have to wear sunglasses in this type of heat, guys. Do not look straight at the paint with no sunglasses directly into the sun for hours on end. That's just not good for your little eyeballs. It's not meant to look at a light that bright for that long. So definitely, I don't care if you spend $4 on some sunglasses, wear some sunglasses and don't look at the paint directly into the sun for like long periods of time because your eyeballs will deteriorate and then you won't be able to have fun because you went blind. Just kidding. So it's okay to take them off a little bit just to inspect again, but, or maybe you need high, I don't know, these are from Rocco. These are the Torino. There are high quality sunglasses, so maybe it does help to buy like higher quality ones to see through to see properly. But I'd say that's pretty good looking. Let's keep it going just for this section and then I'll bring you guys in. And I'm gonna do one more pass and then I'll clean the pad. But it's finishing down so well. There's no dusting. It's not overheating, which is odd. I'm using only 3 pea-sized, even smaller than pea-sized, not even pea-sized dots. There's no dusting. It's not catching at all. And I'll just do actually one more section here. Again, absolutely zero dusting. It's not sticky. So I'm gonna not wipe it down to see if it changes anything. But it's coming off super smooth. So let's see here. Now let's see if this one section dried up anymore. I haven't wiped this part off, so let's see. And it's coming off flawlessly. Let's go here. I'm putting no pressure whatsoever on these, I'm wiping this down. Okay, and there we go. As you can see, it's pretty good results of just a one-step medium compound from Malco with the Oberk polishing pad. It came out pretty good. Now, let me know in the comments, would you guys do a two-step and do a correction and a polish to get more out of it? I would say 95% of customers, 99% of customers are happy with those results. It's pretty flawless with just a one-step polish. And I'm gonna continue that. Now, if I did a two-step with a correction and with a cut and a polish, I could probably get a bit more, but it's so negligible at that point where it doesn't really make the difference, right? Like, if you do spend those extra hours getting the extra 5-10% of the scratches, the end result doesn't change much because it's such a small percentage, right? Now, if that's what that's the primary focus, and it's a high-end detail for a show, for a delivery or something, okay, that's where you apply that. But if it's not the case, we're just going for some serious increase in shine and gloss, and just to give the vehicle more life, I would say 95% of all customers are going to be, 99% of all customers are going to be completely happy and amazed with these results. Okay, let's check the paint again. We're at 175 now in the middle. 165, 185, 178, 181. So 170-ish, I would say. 175-ish. So things are getting a little hotter now. But let's see how the Malco medium compound with the Oberk polishing pad works out. And I already cleaned off the pad off camera, so the pad is clean. You know what? I want to see what happens if I keep it dry on there, so I'm actually going to do the whole middle section again. And as you can see, I started off in a small section, but then I increased to a larger area, just because I want to see what happens with, like, if I extend it, if I give it more working time, if I over push it. So usually I'll say keep it tighter, but I just wanted to see what was going to happen. All right, let's see here. Now, I have to remind myself to not always go for perfection as well. Like just as I always preach that you don't have to go for perfection, you know, I still have to remind myself that, because like as I'm polishing, I'm like, okay, I still see some scratches. I still see some scratches. Like, should I go get those? And I just always have to remind myself, like, this is already 95% amazing for most customers. So me going for those extra sort of scratches isn't really gonna do much. I have to remind myself pretty constantly, like, dang, I can really just switch to a cutting pad. Maybe even keep it at the medium compound, cut it, and that would give me better results. But this is like, it's fine. Like, it is fine. Not show this to literally 100 customers, and they're like, yeah, this is amazing. It looks so much better. So you got to remind yourself, if you want that, if you want to go for perfection, make sure you're getting paid for perfection. All right, so now we're moving on to the fender portion. The hood came out fabulous. This is a new pad. I already primed it. So putting a bunch of small little dots. Now, a quick tip is that always make sure you create a bumper on the polisher when you're getting close to the paint. So like here, my hand will always be underneath this section right here that sticks out of the polisher. So as I'm polishing, I'll put my hand over here. That way I don't accidentally bump the actual polisher into the paint and potential scratch it or something. So always create a bumper around the polisher with your hands, depending on what portion of the polisher is getting close to the paint. So I just look at my right hand, it's right underneath here. So if it does hit it, it's hitting my hand, not the polisher itself. That really wasn't the best example, but hopefully you get the gist of always make a bumper around the polisher, so it's your hand that hits the paint if you do come in contact, not the actual polisher itself. So I actually wasn't a fan of how that one step came out on the panel. So I'm gonna go up to the cutting compound, the Epic Heavy Duty compound, with the Oberk microfiber cutting pad or cutting disc. And I'm just gonna see if this yields any favorable results in terms of, should I go with this method on this panel or on the sides, or should I just stick to the one step? We shall see here in a bit. Yep, that is some good correction right there. And that's the thing, not every, like even if you do your test spot, some other panels might react different, like because there's more scratches, the way it was there, more isolated scratches, whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. So even if you do your test spot and something's working most of the time, doesn't mean it's gonna work all the time, and you might have to adjust and go a bit more aggressive, a bit more lighter, depending on the panel. Especially if a panel's been repainted, like a specific panel, that'll definitely change, that could change your entire procedure up. There we are. Okay, so as it usually happens when I'm working on a vehicle is that midway, I'm like, okay, I can't record, it's overheating, memory card getting full. So I just stopped recording. So this is about 4 hours later now. I am applying the 4 to 5, 6 hours later, I'm applying the Malco banana buttery wax something. I'll link it down below. It went on super easy. At this point, you know, it was just applying the wax, so not a big deal. It took about like 10 minutes to apply. And once that was done, these were the afters, and it looked pretty good, minus that big slam on the left, on the driver's side door. But it came out great, came out amazing. I think in total it was like, I don't know, like 6-ish hours, I believe, somewhere around there, 7 hours. And most of it, for the most part, I did a 1-step on the entire vehicle. There's a few spots where I did a 2-step, but for the most part, it was just the medium polish from Malco with the polishing yellow pad from Oberk, and that basically took care of the entire vehicle. It looks a lot better. It was, you know, for most customers, that's gonna look a lot better. So we'll end it right here. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns. Leave those all in the comment section down below. And download those guides if you're interested in starting your detailing business. And I'll see you on the next one.